Hi, good day everyone. Issa from Creative Fairy Designs. Thank you for joining me, and today we are going to learn how to make this lovely Christmas folio. So I'll just open it and show you. This is the cover. Over here we have pockets, journal pages, and in the journal pages we have pockets and tags. So I'm just going to quickly flip through so you can see. So stay till the end and learn how to make this lovely folio. And now we will do a quick flip through of all the printables in this kit. This is for the inside. This is the outside cover. Inside, spine, pockets, more pockets, more pockets, belly bands, pockets, more pockets, more pockets, tags, more tags, more tags. There's approximately 20 tags in all, and the paper that was used for this is 48-pound photo paper, matte photo paper. And we are going to do a quick flip through of the journal pages. In this journal there are more pages, and we will do a flip through of the entire journal in another video. And this journal pages were printed in regular printing paper, A4 paper. Now we are going to cut around the borders and come back. And now that we have cut out all the pages for our journal, we are going to put our signature together. There are 20 pages in all. Both of them are double-sided. We are going to fold the page over in half, 10 pages per signature. Because this journal contains paper, there's weight in it, so there's a tad little bit protruding out. It's fine to make your journal as is, or if you wish, you can use a knife cutter and a scissors and cut it straight down to the edge. I showed you how to do this in the previous cottagecore video. For this project, we are going to be using 2 sheets of cardstock. The cardstock I'm using is 180 pounds. We're going to score the first sheet at 5.5, ¾ and 1/2 inch. And we're going to score our second sheet at 5.5 and ¾ Now we're going to use our bone folder to crease our score. And using a bone folder, as I've mentioned previously, does help in keeping our scores and our cardstock crisp. You can use a pencil, like how I did, to mark off the areas, because it's going to be covered. And for this project, the height of our folio will be 8 1/4. So this sheet measures 8 1/2, the height of it. So we need to trim off 1/4 of each sheet. And to attach our folio, we're going to take the first sheet where we scored a 5 1/2, and this is the spine at 3/4, and take the second sheet, take the section that has 5 1/2 and place it right next to the spine. At the edge here, I've mined it. By minor, I mean cut a tiny line, and this helps with reducing bulk. And now we're going to cut another sheet of cardstock measuring 6 inches across and 8 1/4 inches down. And then after we have done this, we're going to cut the cardstock in half. So we're going to have two pieces measuring 3 inches by 3 inches. And now we're going to score it 1/2 inch. For both of them. And then fold over our scores. And now that we have folded our edge at 1/2 inch, minor the edges, and we're gonna stick it down in the front covering. This is the front part of our folio. Maybe like 2 millimeters off the edges. Line up the other side evenly. And we have completed the base of our folio. We're going to attach our beautiful photos on our journal pages and complete our folio. So this is how our folio will open this way. I'm going to show you what we're going to do with this surprise inside the spine. So it's going to fold over like this. And now we're going to attach the signatures to the spine, and for this we're going to cut a sheet 2 1/2 inches length, and height is 8 inches. And now that we have our 2 1/2 inches cut, we're going to measure 1 inch to the left and 1 inch to the right, and in the center here is 1/2 inch. So I'm just going to draw a line. Using the 1/2 inch, we're going to measure 1/8 of an inch. 3 times. And draw lines coming straight down. We're going to score where the 1 inch mark are on both ends. Fold it over. And now we're going to attach the signatures to this cardboard. So we are going to fold the cardboard where the lines are showing on the outside. Place the cardboard exactly where our line is. Place the second line here. The second line is going to go where our first signature is going to go. Measure 1 inch from the line. And this is where we're going to make our first hole. Use an awl tool, punch it through. Take your time, be delicate, be gentle. We don't want to tear the paper. It's paper we're using, not cardstock, because cardstock can be expensive and the printed designs look just as nice in regular paper. Just until you can feel the edge, move on to the other one. Just until you can feel the tip of the awl. Flip it over. Be delicate. Enhance your hole. And do the same with the other. And for the binding, we're going to be using twine. This is just a regular twine. First, put it through the hole of the board. And then bring it through the hole of the signature. You can use the awl to assist with pushing it through. Be gentle. We don't want to make the hole bigger and we don't want to tear the paper. Leave this inner string in here to tie and take the other half, do the same. Pull the thread through and knot it to the center. Make a tight enough knot because we are going to stick this down. And now for our second signature, we do the same, face it this way. Make sure it lines up with the other signature, that they exactly lined up together. Flip it to the back. And we're going to punch our holes right where we have this on the second line here. Take your time and ensure that it's lined up with the fold. If you're not too certain, just make a pencil mark. Make sure the two signatures are lined up. Make sure it's on the line of the fold. Then punch your holes. Flip it over. And punch back the holes. Just to reinforce them. This inner piece out because we're going to knot our twine to the center here. Take the bottom piece, do the same, pass it through the cardstock and then through the signature. Now ladies, I just want to remind you that this is a gentle process. You can do a couple pages at a time. Just take your time. This may be the hardest part of making this folio, but take your time. It's all worth it in the end. It all depends on the type of twine that you're using. Nice and sturdy. And now we knot it. We try to knot it as tightly and closely as possible. You can substitute for this if you don't have twine. You can use elastic, lace, fabric, or anything else. and just trim off the edges. And now that we have our signature on and we've attached both of them, this is how it's going to look like. And we're going to attach this spine to our book. But before we do that, we are going to stick down our twine. And for this, I am using the glitter glue. Because over our twine, we're going to place our pocket so it will not show. Here I have attached a clip to the center, this way leaving the twine to dry before we attach it to the folio. And now that our glue have dried, we are going to attach our signatures to our folio. Place a generous amount of glue to the back. Flip it over. Hold the book like this. Line it up with the spine. And attach the sides. Stick it down. Now we're just going to mark over our score lines. Dry test our folio to make sure it's closing. And we have our journal pages inside. Now there is room inside here because we're going to have to add a pocket. And now we're going to stick the covers and some of the inner pieces for the journal. So this one, that's Merry Christmas, goes in front. And we want to leave a little part here because we're going to stick a golden accentuation. And then the back. These two inner pieces, one goes here and one goes here. Now we're going to do our spine. In a spine, this tiny spine. And this part goes right to the corner here where we have our signatures. Press down everything, make sure it's secured nicely. So over here to the side, I have added a golden detailing strip, and this is what I've used. And now I'm going to add a piece of golden, it's really a string, but it's made of leaf. It's very pretty, and stick it onto the side here. You can use whatever you have at hand. Does not have to be golden, it can be red, it can be lace, anything that you think is pretty. And adding gold to this really does bring it out, because what is Christmas without something golden? And I'm just gonna stick it on. To the edges. And this is a Christmas tree that we're going to put inside. So for this cutout, fold it in half and cut along the line, exactly in half. And now we're going to stick it to our inner flap of a folio so it opens like this, like a Christmas tree. And now we're going to make the closure for our Christmas tree inside our journal. And for this, we're going to use a piece of glitter, cardstock, or any type of glitter that you have. Cardstock is best because you want this to be firm. I drew 2 circles using a marble. It's about 1/2 inch. You can use whatever you have. I just use a marble. And then using the same green cardstock, I cut out a circle maybe twice the size, or maybe a little bit. I cut out a circle, I drew a circle using a glue bottle that is bigger than the marble because you want this to go on the outside, and you want 8 of them. We're going to glue 4 together for one and the other 4 together. I'll come back and show you that. And we're going to glue 4 of this together. Glue the other 4. And then we're going to glue a little circle in the center. I have cut 2 additional circles with any color cardstock because this is going to be hidden and we're going to use this to cover our brads. And now we're going to take our circle and use a regular puncher and punch a hole right to the center. And we're going to insert our brads. Like this. And now we're going to fold this decorative piece of our folio. So just follow along with me. All the lines, all the guidelines are here, so it's not going to be difficult at all. And then we will stick it onto our folio. All you have to do is go at the edge of the line and fold it over. Set it aside and I'll show you exactly where we're going to place all of these. In my previous video, the one with the cottage core, for those of you who have looked at it, I went more into detail. The video was longer about the bone folder, while we use it, and so on and so forth. But I do not want to keep this video really long because it's a lot. We have our folio, we have our journal pages, we have the pockets we're going to make, we have our ephemera, We have the tags. It's really a complete journal of everything. And it's Christmas. It's a Christmas folio, and it is the perfect and it is the perfect handmade gift for everyone, especially those who love journaling. So I gave this as a gift to a teacher, and she loved it. You can give it to a teacher, sister, friend, or even keep it for yourself. So these are the belly bands, and the folding for this is pretty thin because we want the belly bands not to be too loose, so that our tags also fit tightly or snugly in our belly bands. And you can use a scoring tool for this if you have. If you don't, I just think it's easier to score it and use the mat. Sometimes the scoring tools, it just shifts in places, but whatever you're happy with. And now we're going to stick the first set of the pockets, but first take these two cardstock, the two extra circles that we'll cut. And we're going to attach it to the back of the brad, just to cover it, just as a safety mechanism. And now for the inside here, these two pockets are going to go here, and then we will add our tags after. So it is quite a complete journal kit. I've tried to include everything to make it as complete as possible. Of course, there's so many things to include, and I just got carried away and just kept including and adding. But junk journaling is about creativity, and I have given you a base to start with. There's a lot more creativity to do, lots more creativity to come. We have to make our paper clips, lots of other things which we will do in future videos. And there you go. And this is how our journal will be closing. And when it's opened, you would see those pockets, the belly bands. Isn't it beautiful, guys? And now to the back here is where we're going to add our envelope, which is going to open out like this. And then I'm just going to place this Happy New Year right above, just to fill the space. And it's coming along really, really nicely. So we just have 3 more things to do. And we are slowly approaching the end of our journal. We just have 2 more things to do, and that is to add our pockets. There's 7 of them in total, and then add our tags. It's the same procedure. You score them and then fold them and stick them in the journal. So I'm just going to show you one. You can use your scoreboard if you wish. Use a pen, anything with a sharp edge. All the measurements are already done for you. All you have to do is fold it over and stick it. Fold it over this way. And now we're going to stick our pockets in our folio, and I'm just choosing random pages. And now we're going to add our tags in our pockets. Add a tiny one on the belly button. And we have come to the end of making this folio. I hope you've enjoyed this process and thank you for your time. Please subscribe for more videos to come. And now we're going to tie our enclosure or our string. I've used a red string. It's made of suede and I've attached a star charm to the edge. And we're just going to do a simple tie, which is simple bow right at the edge.